Well, Dave, what's your assessment of today's 0-0 draw with Harrogate?
Pleased with our first half, if you like. Thought we started the game really well. We're positive. You need to get that goal at that point, and maybe that's just the way things are at the minute. Was, like I said, I thought the second half the game was there to go and win, but it didn't turn out that way. The second half, as the game progressed, looked like two teams bereft of a bit of confidence and players out there that maybe were keener to not lose the game rather than really go and grab the game by the scruff of the neck and go and win it. And petered out into a pretty much a non-event the second half.
We've talked a lot in recent weeks about fine margins, and you mentioned that first sort of half an hour or so when you've hit the woodwork twice at the Cheadle end, how the ball stayed out in one of those melees. I don't really know. You're not getting those breaks at the minute.
No, we're not. But like I say, we can't look for that as an excuse, and we can't use that as an excuse to allow us to go into our shells a little bit. Like I say, football's daft the way it works. The performance today was nowhere near as good as what it was Tuesday. We come away with nothing Tuesday and we got a point today. We can see the 3 goals on Tuesday, we can see none today. That's just the way it is. It's a stupid game at times. But it's probably the first time from our side of things where I saw players being a little bit safe, a little bit sort of less risky, if you like, and not trusting themselves to do things that they're more than capable of doing, and they're the bits we need to get over, because, as I said, I truly believe that we're not far away in terms of what we need to do to be on the other side of results. But that final step that we need to take is a big one. It's a big one. And we've got to believe we can do it. It's pointless me saying to the players and with the group we've got that I believe that we can achieve this season, whatever that might be, and we can be competitive. If they don't believe it, they've got to go out there and play the game in front of our supporters or away from home, and show the things that we see Monday to Friday. For me today, that was the first time that was challenged a little bit. I thought we maybe need the reinforcement of the goal to then give us that extra kit. We didn't get that reinforcement and we went to our shells a little bit.
Are you content now with the system? It's a system you used for a couple of games running now, and it's something you've obviously worked on a lot in training now. Are you happy with this one? Yeah,
we've recruited in terms of personnel within the team to play in a couple of different shapes, okay. And we've had a look at things, and how can we be still as creative and still get the bodies forward and numbers forward that we need, while still getting the best out of the players we've got in the team. And it's changed, like I say, in terms of how we've got about it. I think even within it there's some adaptations in terms of us being able to become a different shape in and out of possession. Nothing's changed in terms of how we want to play and our philosophy of what we want to try and do. We want to try and be on the front foot. We want to try and press when we can out of possession. We want to try and be aggressive and get bodies forward, and get the ball in the box with quality as often as we can. And on the other side of it, make sure that we're safe, make sure we're secure, make sure we're making it difficult for opponents to score, and hopefully that'll be a recipe that can get us points on the board. At the minute, it's been a bit of a struggle.
I know you're looking at positives today, and I think one of them was Achille, right? I know he's still getting back towards something like 100% match fitness, but you can start to see the quality. He's a destroyer, isn't he? Breaks up the opposition's play, and he's got some real quality in there as well.
Yeah, he's very, like I say, it's different to what we have in terms of that midfield area of other players, and it's again an experience for him in terms of playing here for the first time in terms of starting and all those things. So he'll get better, and again it's a new challenge for him in terms of where he was playing last season to where he is now, and integrating it into the way we want to play will be important moving forward. So no, there weren't loads and loads of positives from the game, but we have to take what we can from it and move on, and make sure we're better on Tuesday, when I don't know, maybe there is a little bit less riding on it with the competition and what that brings, and maybe there are players that will play that are trying to prove to the management team that they should be starting next weekend. So we'll see. But like I say, for today, disappointed with the second half. I get the understand or the reaction of supporters at the end because, as I've said previously, I want to win and I hate losing. And sometimes you'll not win or lose football matches, but you need to stay true to your principles. I think we sort of fell away from them a little bit in the second half, which I get why, but we'd have to do better than that.
I've got to ask you about Callum Camps. Obviously came off early with what looked a nasty knee injury. How is he?
No, it's his not his ankle. He's took a whack on the I suppose his shin bone, the smaller one on the fib. So right. He'll go for an X-ray. We hope it's not a fracture, but that bone is not the strongest. He's got a little bit of numbness, so we're hoping that he's been whacked on a nerve, which is causing an issue. But fingers crossed, touch wood, there's no fracture there, and it'll be an impact injury more than anything else that will hopefully settle down. If it's not, then we need to deal with that further forward. Pleased
to be getting Paddy back shortly, and obviously you could have done with him potentially today in that second half, couldn't you? Paddy Madden ends his 3-match ban though today.
Yeah, he does. Listen, Paddy's more around his personalities. He's still in and around the dressing room. Again, he's there. There's a disappointed air within the dressing room, and Paddy's come in and looks at the positive side of things in terms of potentially us being disappointed that we've not won a game in the first half, but we have to take the positives, and that's what he brings, and that's an infectious personality, and he's missed in terms of when he's not in the match day squad. So yeah, it'd be good to have him back, and like I said, we'll probably see him on Tuesday, and hopefully he can get back amongst the goals really quickly.
Look forward to it, Dave. Thanks for your time. Cheers.
Cheers, John. Thank you.
Thanks.